everybody, welcome to another edition of Creators Outlet here with Bionic Bruh.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Oh, man, just chilling. Wheeling and dealing. Yeah, man. I'm feeling good. Appreciate it.
Chilling out with Bruce Timm Superman and some cool art in the background there.
Bro, I actually got this at an estate sale for $20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it has Superman from the animated series on this side, but then it has Batman from the animated series on the other side, so I can turn it around and switch it up whenever I'm on different streams.
Oh, cool. Well,
Yeah.
look, you're green screening that. Nope. Got the real thing.
That's real.
I've got a part of a Hulk display from like early 2000s. A buddy of mine used to work for Toys R Us, and he's like, "Hey, we were throwing this out. This was small enough to fit my trunk. I know you like Hulk." I'm like, and so he gave it to, but it's like way back there because I'm still working on the apartment. I had a 2,200-foot trailer delivered to me, and it was full of all my stuff.
Jesus.
Most of which were all comics and toys. And
I think that'd be a hell of a background, though, to have nothing but like cardboard cutouts of all your characters just laying across the back. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah, I want one of those Japanese sex dolls dressed as Vampirella. So
there you go.
What I'm saying. But I mean, it's a mess. 90% of my comics are over here, but
oh wow, yeah. You got a lot of long boxes.
Yeah, all those totes are like full of toys. Like everything up against the wall and on that table, except for the boxes that you see, are there, and you can see the books on the far left against the wall. That's one of the window ledges. My windows go up really high. I'm in a 2,400 square foot loft.
Okay.
And so the ceilings are like 20 feet high, and my open room, I've got 7 of those huge windows. So there's no overhead lights in any of these places. Just buy lamps. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch.
You should totally take all those comics and just make them your wallpaper. That would be sick.
Well, what I want to do against the wall over here is, although it would be over here because it's reverse angle, is put up some of those coated wire shelves.
Yeah.
Like angled, and display a whole bunch of stuff. And I want to put up some J channel stuff, measure it out for, so I got some sweet prints that are signed. So I'm like, it'd be cool to display those, especially my favorite one from the 90s when I was a kid. But you never grew up. I go, no, I just grew out. I got a box over here of prints, and they're signed. I have a Bob Layton signed print of Demon in a Bottle.
Okay.
And the prints I got were all out of the artist's personal collection, like stuff that if they go to a convention, it's part of their personal stuff that they sell there.
Really?
I got Jim Starlin, Thanos fighting the Hulk.
Hell yeah.
And I've got double signed Wolfman Perez, the original art cover to hey Lorenzo.
What's going on, Lorenzo?
The original cover to the Baxter issue of New Teen Titans #1.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, and it's got Jericho. Why did you kill off my favorite Titan?
Oh man.
Didn't you like Nightwing though? I go, yeah. I liked Nightwing when he had the disco collar. They ruined him after that.
Speaking of the disco, man, I actually have the first appearance collector's edition of Nightwing, 'cause I'm a huge Nightwing fan, and it's him in his disco outfit. Yes, I'll be right back.
We're geeking out.
Hell yeah, man. Okay, so I shit you not, man. Yes, I have that exact same one. But what's really awesome is I was at Dragon Con in 2019, okay? And guess who was there? George Perez. Not only George Perez, because he goes to Dragon Con every year, but also Marv Wolfman. So guess who signed mine right there on the front?
Okay, this stream's over. I fucking hate you.
Yeah. Oh, and then I had this Funko Pop of Nightwing in his original disco suit. They signed that one too for me. Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it? I'm digging.
Oh, okay. We're whipping our dicks out now, are we? Is that what we're doing? He's about to school me, y'all.
Okay, here's my signed Starlin.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Here's my signed Leighton.
Oh, shit. That's excellent.
Because I can't afford to buy that issue. And here is my signed Wolfman Perez.
The classic cover, man. Hell yeah. I love that.
So I got a bunch of other ones. Well, that one's my daughter's, but I have this one, which is signed. It was inked by Rusty Gilligan.
Uh-huh.
And original blue lines were drawn by Joe Sinat, the late great Joe Sinat. And it's signed by Joe and Rusty.
I bow out, man. I bow out. You win. That is sick.
Jason Metcalf
Yeah.
decided to team up Hawkman and Moon Knight.
That's wicked. I love the coloring on that one.
And these are all signed. These are all EBAS ones that he signed because I am the Joker fan.
Very nice. I like the grittiness of that one. I like how rough it looked. Oh, man.
And it looks like Lou.
It really does, man. That's what I got when I saw the pectorals. I was like, is that Lou?
Back when Lou used to be cool before he cameoed in some of the MCU and became a dick again.
Yeah, I think that's what happens usually with them when they get older like that.
and this one, because I loved the series until Disney fired Gina. But
hell yeah, man. Yo, has Gina done her rounds at cons before?
I don't think so.
She needs to get on that because she'd have a line of people just to tell her how awesome she was.
The problem is the woke crowd would cancel all their appearances. It's too controversial to have somebody, just like Frank Miller wrote a book I didn't like 10 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. 10 years ago?
He's canceled.
Weren't you just born and learning of the world 10 years ago?
Like, come on, you were still on your mother's tit.
There you go.
So first, what I want to tell everybody is, of course, as you know, every one of these shows goes right up to my podcast network afterwards. So if you're listening to this on the actual podcast, just the audio, you can come over to Creators Outlet on YouTube and see the actual video portion. Me is no big deal, but our guest and the stuff they show is pretty damn important. So there's that. And creators, I am now open for sponsorships. We will play your trailer, an ad you make, anything, up to 90 seconds, and talking points, whatever you want.
Hell yeah. Need to get on that.
$10 for 2 weeks or $20 for the whole month.
That's actually not a bad deal. Shit. People waste that on Planet Fitness. They can do that here.
And
Put your money somewhere important. Put it here with Will.
I do at least 5 shows a week, so
put it right here on Creators Outlet. Get more people over here.
I do like at least 5 shows a week, so we just ask that there is actual voiceover on the video. Otherwise, people on the podcast will just be hearing music that they have no idea why they're listening to.
Oh, well, yeah, my little 1-minute video has no voiceover. It's just music. But I think you get the gist of it when you look at the art. So
yeah,
I didn't think it really needed it. But
everyone needs it because a lot of these shows go right to podcast.
Oh, okay.
And or people that are just listening to it from like across the room.
This is a great sound clip. I wonder what it's to.
What was that for? And if you want to follow me or get to anywhere that I might be, the QR code is right up there, and you can scan it at any time. It's also on our ending credits as well, if I remember to take the banner at the bottom out. So let's get to you, Bonnet, bro.
Sure. I'm here.
What first got you into comics?
Well, I always grew up on the shows when I was younger, like Justice League Unlimited, and then Teen Titans in 2003, Batman the Animated Series. I didn't get into Batman Beyond until after that, but, all the classic morning TV shows got me into it. Mm-hmm. And then comic books I actually didn't get into until a little late in high school. It was probably my junior year of high school. That's when the TV show on CW came out. Around the time it came out, Smallville. Mm-hmm. So it was like Superman as Clark Kent growing up. And, I thought it was pretty cool for what it was up until the 5th or 6th season. And I started talking to my friends about it at lunch and everything, about the CW show called Smallville. And they're like, dude, you need to read the comics. Drop that shit. Come read the comics. I was like, I don't have any comics, man. They were like, here you go. Just threw a plethora of comics at me. And immediately I fell in love with it, man. I started collecting Nightwing. That was the first comic that I actually grew and started collecting. I have one long box just dedicated to nothing but Nightwing. And then I started collecting stuff like 90s Captain America, Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run, Guardians of the Galaxy after a while. And I just kept on trying to, dive a little bit deeper into it. And then some friends that I met when I got older introduced me to Saga and other ones. So it just kind of snowballed after high school. And in 2013, I had an accident where I lost 4 fingers on my left hand. So I became part of what's called the limb different community. And it's just a bunch of kids that either grew up or had accidents where they no longer have a limb. And so I got with a couple of buddies within the limb different community, and we created Super Abled Comics. So these are limb different characters for kids who want superheroes that were kind of like them, that they could relate to on the physical level. Mm-hmm. And back here in the back was my first taste of creating a comic, and it's the actual first 7-page anthology piece of Cobalt. So after this, man, I immediately caught the bug, and I wanted to continue doing stories. So after a while, I was waiting for us to do a second anthology for the kids, but it wasn't happening because COVID came in right after that. We made Super Able in 2019. And so I was just sitting on what I want to do with Cobalt. I want to do something right now. When can I do it? I was like, guys, I'm gonna split and do Cobalt, a single series run with it. If you want other stories for an anthology, I got other characters ready to go when you're ready to call me for that. So I created Cobalt, Atlanta's Thrashing, and this is what we have before us there. And on the back right here, of course, is MAVRICS, promoting them while I shill out my book too. So Global Frequency took out an ad in my book for me, and here we are, man.
And speaking of Global Frequency, now seems like an appropriate segue.
Yep.
To play their trailer.
War is a topic of vital importance, a subject of inquiry that cannot be ignored. it is a matter of life and death. It can be a road to safety or to ruin.
In an alternate version of our world, brought to the brink of total collapse, rival nations fight for global domination, and elite pilots in futuristic combat suits wage war on the battlefield of tomorrow. Now, 6 brave soldiers on a seemingly routine rescue mission will encounter more than they bargained for and uncover a dangerous secret that could change their world if they live long enough to see it. MAVRICS Origins Volume 1.
Now on Indiegogo.
Yo, was that Frequency Girl right at the end that did that
Yeah.
Indiegogo wisp? Okay,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's her at the end, and she's the voice in the beginning too.
That's wicked. Man, to have animation in your video like that costs right out the wazoo, man. You know it did. But that is so sick.
He had to bring a for real animator on to help him get it, get the trailer finished, and they just barely finished in time. So, so speaking of backing books like MAVRICS and Cobalt, the link for Cobalt is in the chat everywhere.
Hell yeah.
We are live on Facebook, Twitter, and of course on the YouTube.
Oh man, we everywhere. All right.
Yeah. So this goes to Twitter, and Facebook goes to Joker1969, which is my Instagram and my podcast page on Facebook. It goes there, and from there it's shared out to Outright Geekery, and then the YouTubeage, and
hell yeah, you got the setup.
There we go. So we're trying to make things work out, and I average out, I would say, probably like 150 to 300 downloads in any given 30-day period.
That's nice.
For the podcast. Wicked. I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. And so far, my cash split on that is about $5.69.
Hey, money's money. I ain't gonna complain on that one.
I'm just like, yeah, just hold this till it becomes real money, and then just make up the check to my daughter and send it to her. That'll be fine. It's $10. I go. That's good. That'll get her a pizza.
That's right. That's gas money right there. That's a whole fifth of your tank.
Gas money, nothing. Daughter's only 13. So, falling in love with comics, and then Cobalt started, and then you got involved in the indie scene.
Yep. Yeah, and that was around right at the end of 2019. So right after we did Super Abled, as I said, I caught the bug and I didn't want to stop. So I immediately just went to YouTube and I started watching different creators and artists just, talking on their channels. I listened to Mark Crilly on his channel for a while, learning how to do layouts and what to look at, and just, taking in his little nips of knowledge for me, and kind of download them and put them in the back for later. And then I started watching Film Courage, that has different directors and screenwriters on there, and they tell you how they go about their technique and how they actually lay out their stories and what works for them versus what works for other ones. It's very cool to see all these different artists come in and tell you how they do stuff. because not everybody does the exact same thing, you know. And it kind of tweaks it to where maybe you get a light bulb for something else that you can do down the road when you listen to so many different people shill out their techniques. And then as that was going on, I started watching, because I'm a big anime fan. We're not going to get into the weebery right now.
Dear.
Bow every day.
Another weeble wobble. Oh.
Shout out to B-Rose in Phoenix.
Yeah,
but
Neff got called out on that the other night.
I bet he did. And so I was sitting there and I was listening to Nick Riccietta talking about the whole thing that was going on with the voice actor for Broly from Dragon Ball, the new Broly movie. Oh crap, I forgot his name. They're gonna hate me. Well, I just revoked my Weebery card. So anyway, but Riccietta Law,
right there.
Riccietta Law, he was following this lawsuit that was going on within the voiceover community, and anyway, I started following that, and of course, when I was watching that, you know how at the end of every video you get these like little suggestion boxes of other videos that you should watch, and one of them happened to be Ethan Van Sciver. Now, I read comics, but I never really like pieced together the difference between the artist, the writer, the illustrator, you know, stuff like that. I just know I've heard this name, Ethan Van Sciver, before, so I clicked on it, listened to him, and immediately I started learning about what Comicsgate was and what it represented and everything like that. And while that was happening, I was talking to my buddies from Super Abled. I was like, dude, maybe we should check out Comicsgate, man. I mean, it's just a bunch of indie creators doing their thing together. And those guys from that side of it were like, no, man, you don't want to deal with Comicsgate. That's a hate group. Get out of there. Stay away from them. So, of course, when you...
Thanks for playing.
Yeah. So as soon as they told me that, they were like, stay away, what am I going to do? I'm going to do exactly the opposite of what you tell me to do. So I just dove in head first. And I fell in love with them, man. I haven't seen half the shit that they try and, you know, put on Comicsgate about being a hate group. I've met nothing but, you know, inviting people who have been here to support me from the very beginning of Cobalt Atlantis Thrashing till now, and they still support me and hang out with me, and I get to come on, you know, just have a beer with them on their channels, just shoot the shit like I was with you at a bar or something. It's been great. And so I've been part of Comicsgate for a little over a year now.
Yeah, I was just like, they say it's a hate group, but like all these dudes, you know, they're all like, you know, hail, hail, hail. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
People shout me out in their chat. That never happens anywhere else. I'm like, what?
No, man. Like when I first came in, I started like going around and like going to different people's. Like I've been to Ethan Van Sciver's channel. I went to, of course, the Barton Brothers channel and everything. And as soon as I started seeing hail start taking place, I was like, did I make the right choice? So, of course, I stuck around and everything and dove in, and, you know, everybody's great, man. I love the Barton brothers, Corey and Clayton, and I love Ethan Van Sciver. Cecil's great. And then, you know, the first people to help me chill out and talk about Cobalt were Comicsmate, James Dean, Lee Byron Carver Kimasabi, and Rogers, CG World Order. And, you know, they gave me great feedback. They really seemed to enjoy what I was trying to put out there. They supported me, and Roger started helping me like find out who would be good to go to start chilling out on other shows. So I started going through those rounds, and lo and behold, I came up on Black Rose Comics and Phoenix Animation over on the Shit Show, and I basically they allowed me to kind of like make that my YouTube stream home, man. They have me on, you know, every once in a while. I come out there, just hang out with them, listen to who they have on. And yeah, man, it's been great. I'm happy with what I've, you know, gained here in Comicsgate, man. It's been a great experience, and I just want to continue growing with them and keep on hopefully producing stuff that they'll enjoy down the road.
Yeah, it's a great community. It has nothing to do with a hate group, although certain other publishers like to come in and weaponize everything.
Shocking.
Yeah, kind of like
Shocking.
the list that was up on the Comicsgate website.
Yeah.
That people just would like register and be like, okay, well, all these people believe in the same things you do. They just want to put out good comics, and they may or may not be available for work. Hit them up. So, of course, the evil lefties, shall we say, come scrolling in and then weaponize that and start blacklisting people and start going through all their social profiles. If they even talk to anybody that's aligned with CG, they're like, yeah, you're fired.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's ridiculous.
Really, Mein Führer? Really?
Yeah. Gatekeeping? I thought they didn't like gatekeeping. I thought they accepted everybody.
For especially, for people in Hollywood, fuck you, Arnold Schwarzenegger. We killed your grandfather in World War II. Fuck off.
Yeah, man.
Telling us to screw your freedom. Really? Come say that to my face. When's the last time you got run over by an automatic wheelchair?
Yeah. When you want to be the governor of California, I mean, come on now.
He was the governor of a state he couldn't pronounce.
That's exactly right. And now he's just whatever. He's ridiculous. I don't listen to celebrities and what they endorse and shit. They're not there to give me their politics. They're there to entertain me on the big screen. Get out of here with it.
It's like shut up and act. I know it's tough for you, Arnold, but
exactly.
Just try.
Oh man. Nah, as soon as I saw Dwayne Johnson come out and try and shill for Biden, I was like, they're all bought. I knew it. They're bought off.
Yep.
Great. So nothing with The Rock gets my money anymore. And maybe Black Adam will, but nothing else.
No, I'll watch it, but like I said, I
hear
it. It's just one of those things,
right?
Just give me 1 second.
You're good.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What we're going to do right now is we are going to bring up this, and we will play the trailer. Damn, that was cool.
I never get tired of watching it, man. It makes me want to make Cobalt into an animated TV show or a movie. I would love to do that someday.
Well, what this reminded me of that Joseph A. Michael does. But if you can just do me a small favor, I'm going to make you big, and you can just tell everybody about the book while I solve a little problem.
Okay. So Cobalt Atlantis Thrashing is the aftermath of the 7-page origin story that I just showed you in Super Able. So in that 7-page origin story, Jesse Jensen, a.k.a. Cobalt, lost his hand after he actually had some time being a drug runner for the Aranya cartel in Atlanta. And one night, a deal went wrong. He lost the merchandise and the money. And the leader of the cartel, Esmeralda Blasco, was not too happy about that. So she went and collected 4 fingers as compensation. And after that, he went through, the thing of, the stages of grief, depression, anger, and all of that. And he met a guy named Thomas Rogers at one of those therapy groups. He's an ex-vet. He lost his arm in the war, and now he sees out of the corner of his eye Jesse, this young kid who just lost his fingers, and he can kind of see that anger and depression that he went through after he lost his arm. So he kind of takes Cobalt or Jesse under his wing, teaches him how to fight, hit the bag a couple times and, roll around, get a little dirty and messy. And Jesse takes what he learns and turns it back on the Aranya cartel, the people that took his fingers. So after that, we are now in Atlantis Thrashing. This takes place after the defeat of the Aranya cartel, and now Jesse and his brother Isaac are laying low in a motel in Atlanta. And this time around, we're looking at the Thrasher Gang. That's where we get the title Atlantis Thrashing. So we're dealing with the Thrasher Gang and the other gangs around Atlanta trying to take that number 1 spot that the Aranya cartel used to have. So we jump right into it at this point where Jesse's trying to collect rent money. So he goes to an old drop spot that he knew about when he was a runner. And lo and behold, a damsel in distress is there. So he reluctantly plays the hero, and it kind of just unfolds from there. He starts learning about what exactly he fell into. People are looking into this guy, Jesse, who just popped out of nowhere. They're looking in, Jesse's looking into the Thrashers and what they're really doing around Atlanta. And if there's any double dealings going on with other gangs, if there's anybody in the hierarchy of, Georgia's government that's going on. So it very much starts out at ground level. We keep it very grounded, but like any beginning street level vigilante, it works its way up. So we hit the streets, we hit the politics, then we hit the supers, maybe hit space. I don't know if we're going to go Fast Furious 9 with it, but you were definitely going to be getting up into the realm of, things out of the ordinary taking place. It's all put in a cyberpunk neo-noir setting. So instead of just looking, kind of similar to Daredevil or Batman or Nightwing or Moon Knight and all those other street level vigilantes, we're giving kind of this futuristic, neo-looking theme going on, and kind of going that route. That way, in this cyberpunk Atlanta, we can bring in supers, masks, aliens, dark, hell demons and stuff like that. Sky's the limit for Cobalt. We're just starting at the beginning, but I have so many different thoughts going on in there for the progression of this story and this character.
Here we are.
Yeah,
I was just back listening to some of that. So,
oh, you're good. But yeah, that cover right there that you see, that's from the artist Max Bertolini. He's an Italian artist. He's actually done covers for both Dark Horse Comics and Heavy Metal Magazine. As you can see, he's very much into the realistic art style. And when I saw his art, I was like, I've got to get him to do a Cobalt piece for me. And as you can see, it is immaculate. I absolutely love this piece. I can't wait to blow it up as a poster. It's actually a metal print in one of the tiers that you're going to see up there that you can get.
Oh, let's see that.
Oh, yeah. It's very nice and very shiny. Phoenix Animation over on the Black Rose Comics channel. He created these for me. It is metal. And as you can see, it's very shiny.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Love you.
My work here is done.
Boom. Yeah. My daughter was just leaving, so I just wanted to make sure she get downstairs into her
You're
mother's
fine. No problem.
hoopty. So
But yeah, so he takes on the Thrasher gang, and then when their benefactor finds out that they're not really handling it well, he hires a guy to come in and take care of it for the Thrashers. And down the line, you'll see that the Thrashers aren't happy with that. They feel like they're being betrayed, and the deal's about to be lost that they made with this person. Can't give too much away on that, but the person that he takes on, his name is Qasim Al-Maut. That roughly translates to the distributor of death. He's a Kurdish ex-military, so over there in Kurdistan, they have what's called the Peshmerga. They actually helped us out when we were doing our thing with Afghanistan and couldn't get our boys over there. So they happily said, we'll fucking do it. And they were pretty much the Spartans of our time during that war. And so this is kind of like an homage or a nod to that. And so who he takes on down the line is known as the Last Death Stalker.
cool. Now, I'm gonna. Man, this art is sick, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the interior artist is a Filipino artist by the name of Erwin Arosa. He's a great guy. There was no language barrier whatsoever. I gave him the script for it, and our minds just linked, man. It was so good. He knew exactly what I was wanting, and as you can see, he delivered to the nth degree on this, man. I absolutely love the art. I think it's a beautiful piece. I can't wait to get this out to y'all.
Wow, this dude should be working in Heavy Metal magazine.
Yeah.
This is
he's great.
This is bringing me back to like the 80s and 90s heavy metal stuff that I used to buy and stash in my room.
Yeah.
Are those more nudie magazines? Nope. Well, not really. It's art.
Not the kind that you're thinking, Mom. Go away.
Not like the last 30 you found.
So that piece right there is also by Max Bertolini. If you were if you signed up early on the mailing list, you're going to get that as a metal trading card. Also done by Phoenix Animation, and on the back, of course, is our comic logo for Tail End Comics. But yeah, man, it's beautiful.
See, there's a bunch of streams, and all I hear is Phoenix Animation Metal.
Yep.
And then another certain name for patches. And when anybody in CG says patches, we know the only reason there's a patch on that campaign is because Shay wants patches. Yep. Yeah.
Shay wants patches. I got her patches. I actually have them right here.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So this was actually our first unlockable tier. So you can see right there, it's 4 inches in diameter. So right there, they're going to know that you backed a Tail End comic. Mm-hmm. So, cool. But yeah, man, they're beautiful. Actual stitch, no ironing on.
Yeah, you got to do it the old-fashioned way. The iron-on stuff just comes right back off.
It really does. You can't wash it.
Stretch goals.
Yeah, so we had a fixed goal of $3,000, but we went 2,000 over, so we got up to the second unlockable tier. The third unlockable tier, I went ahead and added it, man. You're getting that 7-page origin story at the back of Cobalt Atlantis Thrashing. It's already there. No need to worry about it. If we do happen to get to the $6,000, an actual 3,000 unlockable tier will be the T-shirt that's already set at 4,000. I'll go ahead and bring that down to the 3,000 tier. But, man, it's been great. We're in demand. I loved it, man. That's actually our poster that we have right here. The person behind him is the bitch that took his hand. That's Esmeralda Blasco in the back. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, Albert De La Cruz did this piece for me. You can find him under his title, under his name right here, Art of Bert.
Cool. this is just badass, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there's the Nightwing pose.
Yep. You know, there's a little homage to Nightwing in there. I mean, I told you he was my favorite comic growing up, so you know, there's a little bit of Nightwing in there. But
and the way the light hits it with like these two white dots around the collar. If you look at it up at it just right, it looks like a blue lion on his chest.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks like some kind of face, like something more to this person than there actually is.
Yeah.
But that right there is going to be the 12 by 18 metal print that you can get.
Oh,
so that'll be at the $100 tier called the name's Cobalt. So that'll be there. Also done by Phoenix Animation.
I would be shocked if it was done by any other.
He's the go-to for the metalsmith of CG.
Oh yeah, he should be the metalsmith of everyone.
I know, right?
But we can't work with you. Yeah, good. Because I'm busy enough already, motherfucker. So the featured tier is That's Metal.
Yes.
So for $60, you get digital copy, physical copy, the cute little chibi sticker, the 11 by 17 poster, cover size metal print of the comic cover.
Yep.
And that's it, right?
Yeah, I believe that's it.
Metal print of the cover and that's the 11 by 17 poster. There's the sticker. And you get a digital and you get the cover. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Physical fight is the $20 tier.
Mm-hmm.
Digital physical and chibi sticker.
Yep. And on all these tiers, if you're within the U.S., it is free shipping. So if you're in the U.S., it's free shipping.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking a hit because I love you guys.
See, now I got to scroll back up here. Only free shipping, and you're only at 5K?
I can't explain it either.
And Red Gaze did your trailer? Come on.
I know, man. I don't know what happened, but you know.
I gotta have a chat with that dude. What's going on?
Global Frequency, they chalked it up to this being my first time doing a campaign. So that's what I'm just going in with it as. This is my first campaign. People are wondering about me if I'm going to deliver or not. I'm just one stretch goal away from delivering. I have the books here behind me, behind this backdrop. I have boxes of the comics ready. I have the bags and boards ready. I'm just waiting on that last stretch goal to be made by Phoenix so we can start sending everything out. So everything's ready to go except that one metal that has to get to me. And as soon as it gets to me, everything's going out.
And do you have all the Geminis?
Yes, I do. They're back there. I do.
Because I wanted to tell you, in case you didn't know already, which I'm sure you probably do because you've been familiarized more than once with the guys over at Indiegogo, that Variant and Indiegogo have a discount code when you order Gemini mailers from Gemini.
Oh, man, I should have had that before I did that.
You put it, well, it's good for next time because if you stop here, Aaron might send Frequency Girl over to scream in your ear, and then you will have to write an amendment that Cobalt is now deaf in one ear.
That's funny.
And her voice gets so high, it does.
Oh yeah.
And the code is Volt10, VOLT10.
Volt10.
Yeah, write it down.
Do I have a pen around me? I should have a pen around me.
You should, but I will put it right in here.
Okay. Volt10. But so if you go to the updates on my Cobalt Atlantis Thrashing page, you'll see that I include pictures of everything that's been accomplished so far. So I'm not pulling your leg when I say something's done. I have pictures of stuff ready and in place. I have all my metal work done except for that last stretch goal that Phoenix is working on for me right now. As soon as that's here, we're sending everything out. Everything's beautiful. I'm taking care of everything. No scratches, none of that shit. We're good.
There you go.
We're gold.
It's right in the chat. All you got to do is back and watch it and scroll through, and you'll see it in the side chat.
Very cool.
Gemini discount 10% off. Volt 10.
Volt 10.
Because we go through a lot of those Geminis. I know, because
Really
one of the bigger campaigns that I backed, for me at least, because I hadn't read any of their stuff, so I went. My daughter's gone. I can say this now. I went balls deep. Okay.
Sure.
I bought everything. It was two writers. It was Steph Knowles and Matt Cannon. Matt does Ears of Isildur, and she does another title that sounds kind of similar. Like they kind of like mesh together, and both the universes kind of like cross over. And I got I hadn't read any of their stuff, so he had a trade that goes all the way up to to just before the newest issue.
Dang.
That's about close to, it's like 400 or 500 pages. She's got a trade that covers all of her stuff.
Oh, wow.
Same thing up to this issue. That's like 275 pages. And then I bought the issue.
Jesus.
Then I bought like the regular issue. And then I bought the homage issue to the guitarist that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I added a couple of things. One of the things I wanted to add but didn't have the money for were they made custom leather turntable mats that glowed in the dark.
That's wicked.
One was for her book that had dragons, and the other one was steampunk for his stuff. And I'm like, those are badass. I wish I could buy one, but they're like $135, $165 a piece.
That's
and,
crazy.
I haven't even found my turntable yet. That would get me to like unbox the last of what I have, but I spent $170 on that campaign. I also bought their challenge coin because I'm like, well, I got Polito's coin. I have coins and poker chips from Monty Michael Moore and a few other campaigns. I go, so this is a thing now. So I'm getting like all these, and there's other campaigns upcoming that I've got the coins from.
Right.
I'm like, I need the coin. And, I was already at $160. I was already at $170. What's another $6
Exactly.
I mean,
I like your thinking.
Honestly, I'm like, man, if I was any deeper, And then the global frequency came around with MAVRICS.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm like, estimate shipping, United States. Okay, good. Here we go. Okay. This is discounted. This is discounted. Okay, going to get them both. $220. All right. You only fucking live once. And
that's awesome.
And the one thing I wanted was all the extra world building stuff that Neff is putting in documents on the stupid flash drive.
Yep.
Damn it. I'm like,
oh well, man.
So okay. I'm in, but
I can't wait for it.
I'm like psyched for that, and I'm looking at this and being like, oh man. So how long is this going to be in demand?
Until I'm ready to launch the mailing list for issue 2. More than likely.
Okay, so well, that was big.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's basically the flip of the coin when I'm ready to take it down. If it starts slowing down, I'll take it down. But Sean from Auten Stuff, he just backed the book just today or yesterday, and so I mean, that's an extra book out there for everybody. What's going on, Pops? Happy to see you, man. Welcome to Creators Outlet. Now we have the madness with us.
Yeah, you're late. I had to drop my own links. What'd I give you a wrench for? What the hell?
Dishonor on you, Pops.
So I just saw Brian from Arith said that he would love to pop in, but he is on kid duty tonight. So so he will catch this a little later, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, Pete Cimetti is going on right now with his open mic.
Yeah,
but
well, Pete shouldn't be going on at the same time I am.
I know, how rude.
We're so huge, and I mean that. By the way it sounds, that I'm fat, but besides that, okay, Blood Brothers. Because everything comes with the digital copy. So,
so you get 2 physicals and a chibi sticker. But what happens here on Blood Brothers, pardon me, is that second issue I'll sign for you. That way, the other one you can, get your oily little fingers all over, and the other one you can keep nice and safe and wrapped and put away with, my little John Hancock on there.
Oh yeah. Well, I like to do something. I don't know if you've heard of slab stands.
Yeah.
So I know Nate, and I just got an order in. Dustin Brunel, that does The Listener, gifted me a 9/8 of his first issue. So I got a slab stand made for it with like the logo on it, and I got a second one made because I have Detective 880 triple signed by Jock Snyder and somebody else.
Awesome.
But I can't remember. It's triple signed anyhow. It's not the original one. It's the Mexican variant. It's like, it's in a slab, but you can't read it. I go, couldn't read it anyhow. I've got two of the originals somewhere. Oh, what's fucking shit?
No.
I was on Cimetti's show. Well, sometimes he's hard up for guest Pops.
Yeah.
I'll come in if you want. Pete is done. I go, no, I don't want you to come in. If you come in, the stream's going to last for 4 fucking hours. He came in when I had Hart Fisher on, and the stream went for 4 hours.
Shit.
It was already at an hour and a half, and I was just getting ready to cut it, and boom.
Oh, God.
You get Pops on, you can't get him to shut up.
He's too used to doing the CromCon all weekend.
Man,
he's too used to it.
Yeah, he's too used to being in charge is the problem. I'm knocking down a couple pegs once in a while.
Hell yeah.
Every once in a while the power goes out during CromCon, and he's glad that I'm there. The rest of the time he's like, fuck off. He's like, meh.
He's over here stretching. He's over there like, I got 3 hours in today. I'm good.
Yeah. Got 3 hours in today. Well, I did a stream with Marv. You weren't there. I was sleeping.
Wow.
If I never go on your show, you never get to be the top dog.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I'm like, okay, have fun at CromCon this month.
Nah, Pops is awesome. Love him.
I won't be there, but I might have the transformer up the street from you blown up.
Oh, man.
He knows I'm fucking with him.
Oh, of course.
I couldn't be bothered going to his state for anything.
Nah. Hey man, if it ever gets slow for you though, yeah, go back and check out those replays of Pete Cimetti open mic night, and check out some of those guys and see if they want to come on your show and chill out. There's this one kid on there, only 24 fucking years old, and he's got some of the best art I've seen on his comics. He's about to release his third graphic novel called Man-Child. He's taking back the word and putting a little twist on it for his story, but his graphic novel is called Man-Child, and he's got 2 other books called Seasons that have volume 1 and volume 2.
Yeah, I know him, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nandor, yeah. Man, I tell you what, dude, to be able to do that at 24 years old, I wish I had started out that early.
Nando don't want nothing to do with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aw. Oh, well.
I saw the new book coming out, and he came on for Seasons 2.
Yeah.
And you know, I DM'd him. I go, hey, you know, you always got an open invitation to come on.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, sure, okay. I'll keep it in mind.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right, dude.
Wow.
No big deal. Glad I didn't buy your last book. Name this book is live. He was on Monday Madness earlier today. Good for him.
Oh, shit.
You know, when you can't be on a quality show like Creators Outlet.
There you
go. he's over there swearing at me and coughing up because he's taking hits.
Nah, definitely though, that intro music, man, it had me rocking out when I came on here. I was like, hell yeah.
Stay vigilant. Physical sticker.
Yep.
Poster.
And the 11 by 17 poster. Yep. Most definitely. Again, everything is free shipping within the U.S. If you're outside the U.S., I'm sorry.
If you're outside the U.S., sucks to be you. We're sorry.
That's right.
The name is Cobalt. That's a big package.
Oh, yeah. That's the digital, the physical, the 11 by 17 poster, the 12 by 18 metal print by Bagus Artworks. You can find him on Instagram, and then the Chibi sticker.
I noticed an error, though.
What's that?
You have 11 by 17 poster, and then you have 11 by 17 metal print.
Oops.
And then
it was
included items, 11 by 17 metal print.
No, the metal print was going to be 11 by 17, but it was easier for Phoenix to cut the metal at 12 by 18. So he just gave me the extra 2 inches on each, extra inch on each side, and made it bigger for me. So he just blew up the picture a little bit to make it easier for him to cut out. So yeah, that was a little gift for me. 12 by 18.
I was like, wow. Yeah, because I was like, usually like the metal prints are like usually like comic book size.
Yeah. Nah, you just the cover art is comic book size, but this art by Bagus, that's 12 by 18. It's going to be way bigger.
Wow.
And it looks beautiful. It really does.
So that's the big one.
That's the big one. If you don't get the $100 tier, the $600 tier, because those are steals if you're in the U.S. with free shipping. So if you're not getting those, I don't know what you're thinking.
Personally, I would be thinking there's 6 other books I need to buy, and I got $100. I got $100 left in my name, so.
Yeah, but who needs those other ones when you can get all of that?
Well, one of them is Rokan, and
fair. I get you. Understandable.
I mean,
did I back Rokan, or was it Chaotic Flux? I think it was Chaotic Flux I backed. I think I missed out on Rokan.
oh, geez, I'd have to actually end the stream and go count how many I've actually done. It's
Right.
it's 174 of these. Then there's 190 something of OK Boomer. Plus all the review ones and this one and that. The what's in the box ones, and then I had to count the ones that I was on, but it wasn't my podcast. I don't know. It's going to be like around 500.
That's crazy.
Because I'm a comic book streaming whore.
Hey, that's the best kind of whore to be.
That's all I can say about that. So yeah, even though the featured tier is $60, but for another $40.
Yeah. For only another $40. Not that much.
Yeah. Just look at it this way. What it would probably cost you in shipping.
Yeah.
But Bionic Bra is going to eat the shipping.
Yeah.
And pass the savings on to you, which means you should pass it on to the $100 tier and get everything.
Yeah. I'm eating it like a Big Mac, man. Doesn't hurt me none. I'm going to hate myself afterwards, but it tastes so good at the beginning.
Kind of like sex with a fat girl. The ride's nice, but the crash, not so much.
Exactly. Why is my left arm numb?
I don't know. After a bottle of whiskey, you wake up and you're like, I know that joke, but can I really chew my own arm off?
100-hour, 6-hour live stream. Shit.
Oh yeah, because he does friggin' all weekend. So the Friday night kickoff, the CromCon every month does that.
Yeah. I can't imagine doing that, man.
Every Saturday and Sunday is a combined 24 hours. 6-hour stream and another 6-hour stream. Next day, 6-hour stream and another 6-hour stream. And then there's another, if he does the kickoff show, it's another 3 to 5 hours, depending.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
If he sees that there's people watching, he'll just keep talking.
Yep.
He likes the sound of his voice. As do I.
There we go.
The sound of my voice,
Sure.
And then, I used to do collections, and I used to do my strip club voice to do collections.
Yeah.
It's fun. I know it's fun, Pops.
Yeah.
I used to be like, hey, Tom, guess what? Great news. We're about to auction off all your shit. And he would bust out laughing. He goes, what day is the auction? Friday. I'll be there Thursday before close. I'm like, gotta hurry up because I gotta go to my other job.
That's awesome.
Yes, as long as they're in an audience, we go till it dies. Yes.
That's commitment right there.
And sometimes it's bad because one time we had good friends of mine that I introduced to Pops, these guys that do a pot smoking comic book called Toking with the Dead.
Of course.
Formerly the Token Dead, that of course, Kirkman, attempted to sue.
Yeah.
You can't have that. It's too close to my name. But people might actually click on your link and buy something from you. No. I'm like, oh, God. They eventually said, yeah, okay, screw it. We're not destroying anything that has Toking Dead on it. And they changed everything to Toking with the Dead, and you can find them under Still Toking with the Dead.
That's crazy.
Now friends for life, yes. Because friends with weed are friends indeed.
Yes.
So, And this just looks awesome, dude.
Appreciate it.
This looks so good.
Yeah, I'm very proud of what we accomplished. I'm going to use the same artist for the interior art as I did for this one. So the same style is going to be done. I just love the gritty look of it, the darkness. It goes very well with that realistic kind of like detective style feel that I wanted for it. So as soon as I saw his art, I fell in love with it, and we're going to continue. Can't wait. I'm ready to do issue 2, but right now I got to get out issue 1.
I gotta get you and Joseph A. Michael together.
Okay.
He does. He does a bunch of stuff. Small press like IDW. He's been a creator for years. Super nice guy, but he's teamed up with a group of people that are doing comics for kids with diseases, with childhood diseases.
Okay.
And they'll give the comic to anybody. They just ask that you make a one-time donation to that cause to raise money to find a cure for that disease. And the most recent one, of course, because I'm a big hockey fan, and this one was called Center Ice, and it was about they asked this kid who has been fighting childhood cancer, has beaten it like 5 different times, and it just keeps coming back on him.
Jeez.
What his heroes were. They explained what they did, and they want to help raise money for a cure, and they want to be able to drop these off like en masse to children's hospitals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To show them there's heroes like them out there.
Yeah.
To give them something positive to look forward to.
Hell yeah, man.
The thing is this kid was a jock. There's nerds like us, and we all read comic books.
Sure.
We all have our favorite heroes. And then there's kids that have fucking comic books are stupid, man. And they do nothing. Sports is their life. Until around senior year of high school, when they realize they're not good enough at it to get called up for anything. They're not going to get a scholarship. It's something they like to do, and it attracted people that they wanted them to be attracted to. It's kind of like, well, I'm going to learn guitar. He goes, why? I go, chicks. It's it's the same thing, but for the jocks. I mean, I played sports, but I was a nerdy sports kid, and then I decided I'm like, I don't intend on going to prison, and I sure as hell don't intend on showering with like 50 guys all at the same time.
Right.
I don't intend on showering with one other guy ever. So I'm not going to take Jim.
Nah, I was the guy. I dabbled in a little bit of everything. Like I was in gymnastics, I was in basketball, but I was also in choir and drama, and I also hung out with the nerds or the geeks, whatever you want to call them. And slowly, I just stopped messing with everything else and just started hanging out with the nerds and the geeks because I started falling in love with the shit that we were talking about. I mean, it was just old school comics or the shows that were going on about them and saying what actually took place versus what they changed, and learning a little bit about D&D along the way and playing Coder on the computer, and just fell in with the nerds, man, and I've enjoyed it ever since.
Well, so I wouldn't dress for Jim, so everybody that wouldn't dress for Jim, they'd make sit in the hallway.
Oh,
I took this opportunity to start a gambling ring.
All right.
Like, you know how to play dice? And then one kid looks to me who was, shall we say, darker than me. Says, the fuck do you know about dice? I go, I know enough about dice to take your fucking money. And about 20 minutes later, he's like, motherfucker.
That's awesome.
I go, You can pay for that in cigarettes or cash.
Which did you get?
I got a pack of cigarettes and $6 in cash.
That's good. That's good enough for 2 more packs.
In quarters, yeah. Well, back then, that would have bought like 3 more packs. So
Oh, shoot.
Like $2 a pack when I started smoking. But
God.
it's like it wasn't even my brand. I didn't care because they would go in a top pocket of my jean jacket, and during lunch, I would show up to the boys' bathroom on the 3rd floor. Because nobody was supposed to go up to the 3rd floor, so everybody went to the 3rd floor to smoke, right? So anybody got an extra cigarette? And goes, nope. But I got one for $1. So I'd sell cigarettes.
Started wheeling and dealing right there.
And shots of JD and Southern Comfort.
Okay.
I get the 5th. You remember the old jean jackets? They had those interior pockets. Yeah. Bottle here, bottle here, and you always get the plastic one because you don't want breakables.
Nope. You can hear it shatter. You don't want that.
You'd be like, tilt your head back.
Yeah.
There you go. That wasn't a full shot. Sure was. I work at my grandmother's bar on the weekends. That was an ounce.
That's awesome.
You're done. That's all you get for $5. I got to charge bar prices. Come on. And all that money right there would go right to the local comic shop that I worked at on the side when I was a kid. And it all went to buy more comics. So
that's awesome.
It was a lot of fun. And made me popular with the right people. So
do you remember what your first comic was that you bought?
Yes. And I will call it up because people ask me this all the time. Come on, load. There it is. Copy. Need a spot that I can throw it in. I can bring it up.
Okay.
And there it is.
Nice. The Creeper.
Yep. Detective Comics 447 was the first issue of Detective I bought. And it had the Creeper on the cover, and I was like, it looked badass. I do actually now own 2 copies of Showcase 73, which is the first appearance of the Creeper.
Really? That's crazy.
And it's got a hilarious origin story for Jack Ryder as the Creeper. And the fact that his costume came from a leftover box from like a Salvation Army thrift store as throwaway. It's like, here's the free box. Take what you want, and everything else you have to pay for. So all these pieces were in there, and he put together his costume from that.
That's hilarious.
And they added stuff to it, like it was activated by a special watch. And it would transform into the Creeper after that. But yeah, this is the first one. I mean, so I saved this image on my screen. I still have the book. It is not in as good a shape as the image that I stole from Google here, but
you still got it.
I still got it.
That's what counts.
So it's like, yeah, that was my there was a, when I was a kid back in the 70s, there were all these pharmacies that weren't owned by CVS and Walgreens. They were all mom and pop places. And there was one right up the street that I grew up on, which was like a little dead end street. And the the opposite side of the big road was Merlin's Pharmacy, and there was a spinner rack right in the middle of the store. So every Sunday, my mother would be like, "Come on, it's time to go get the paper." So my mother would go up there. She'd go in the back. She'd have me get the paper, and she'd be like, "Look through it. Make sure there's a coupon section in it." She wanted it for the coupons. I wanted it to get the Spider-Man strip in color.
Oh man!
And she wouldn't let me have the comic strip until she went through and read, stuff like, Peanuts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That she would like. Then she would give it to me.
Sound family oriented and wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fam. I want to call it Family Affair. It's not Family Affair, but Family Circle.
Yeah.
She'd read like those things and Mama Duke and Heathcliff and stuff like that. And then I would get it. But if I was behaving that week, I get to pick out a comic, maybe more than one. If it was all based on what she got back from change from having to buy her medications and the newspaper. If she got back enough change, sometimes I could get two.
Oh man.
Because we're talking like 35-cent days. So imagine that. In the Wayback Machine, you could buy Peter Cimetti comics for 35 cents. Meaning color comics on newsprint for 35 cents. And
now we're up to what? $4.99? $4.99 for 22 pages.
Look, and half of those are friggin' in-house ads. I go in and I look around the shelves and I go, "Oh, a new number one. Fucking $10." Well, it's got extra pages. Is it some bullshit, retarded fucking reprint shit from the 60s that nobody cares about? He goes, "It's to milk, Marvel and DC. We got to milk everybody. Everybody wants the number ones, so we're gonna keep rebooting everything, and then we're gonna bitch and tell you it's not rebooting. You just started the series over. You just rebooted that series."
Yeah, that's called a reboot, friend.
Yeah,
that's a reboot.
And if you keep talking like that, Marvel and DC, I got some rebar for your reboot. Okay. Put the boot through it and put the boot and the rebar, shine it sideways, stick it up your candy ass.
Yeah. Like you can tell how much less worth they are in people's eyes, because when you go and you see like, I don't know, issue 1, you know how much issue 1 of Superman is, where he's got the car over himself and he's smashing it into a rock.
Action 1.
Yeah, Action 1 comics. And then they try and reprint it with like a silver edition and shit. Nobody gave a shit about the silver edition.
I bought that one.
You bought the silver edition?
The one with the gold foil stamp on it?
Yeah.
The Silver Age edition one? Yeah. That goes for like $50 now.
See?
Look, not for nothing. When Marvel and DC started printing up the facsimile editions, I was like, cool. It's going to piss off all the people that actually own the actual real thing.
Right.
But it's going to make it so I can actually sit down and read it and look at it and see it with the ads and everything. Except no. There's all these people that went out and bought these by the fistfuls. Every single one of them. And they're up like all over every social media selling these things for anywhere from $17 to $50 a piece.
Yeah, screw that.
Which tells me one of two things. The people doing this either don't know a goddamn thing about comics. They just know, whoa, people are paying money for comics and blah, 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 blah. And second, and possibly related to the first, they have no idea what the word facsimile fucking means. Whoops, I forgot to drop this on here before I started dropping my F-bombs. If people don't know I'm TVMA by now, fuck them.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, it's a facsimile. That means reprint.
Yeah, well,
I know they're probably part of the generations that got out of high school without knowing how to read or write, but
well, I did grow up in Alabama, so
that just means you took your cousin to the prom. That's all that means.
I did not. It was the horse. Her name was Lona.
I took the horse. My cousin took the other horse. My cousin wouldn't go with me because the horse was hung better.
Shit.
Well, can't blame her. The horse has like a 4-foot cock or something.
There you go. God.
We just went down some weird path.
We did.
But I got to make it fun somehow.
That's okay.
There we go. We can bring that back up now. Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking about comic books.
Yeah, comic books. Right. That's where we were at.
I was listening to some guy talk about comic books. Next thing I know,
looking the horses at prom.
I walk away, and next thing I hear is horses have a 4-foot cock. And people are going,
shit.
How does he know? I don't. I just made that shit up. Why would you say that? Well, make stuff up? Well, I'm hopefully to get a 6-figure contract with the mainstream media news. They just make shit up all the time.
Seems to work.
Yeah. They're on my fuck you list. So you're just waiting on that last unlockable metal print.
Yes, sir.
And is it this one?
Nope. No, that's the one that you get if you sign up to the mailing list for this turnaround. I actually am not unveiling the art for that trading card because it's going to be the cover art for issue 2. So unless you actually back one of the physical tiers this time around, you will not see the cover until I launch issue 2. Yeah. How about them apples?
I hate it when people say shit like that because I'm going to want to see the damn thing.
Yep. So I don't know. Maybe the people should back a book.
Yeah. Quit watching the streams about comic books and back the damn thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the chat already, and just in case. Since Pops didn't drop it, I'll drop it right here. There we go.
I didn't get Max to do it for issue 2. This time around, I'm actually letting the interior artist do the cover art for issue 2. So the book will look exactly as the cover art does.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it's beautiful. He did an excellent job. I can't wait to show it to everybody. But I have to.
So the double-edged sword of I'm not knocking people that are just cover artists.
Yeah.
But everybody should have it. I figure I'd always go with the main cover if it was me doing a book. The interior artist should always have a cover. So if you like the interior art and you want the art on the cover to be the art that you see inside the book, opposed to look at this awesome cover from I don't know, Art Germ, Lucio Perella, whoever.
Yeah.
And then you open it up and not for books around here,
sure.
But, some non-CG books that you open it up and it looks like a 12-year-old with a pack of 6 crayons did it.
Yeah. I totally understand that.
It's like, well, that's his style. Well, his style sucks. He should take a lesson or at least a hint. But I'm like, and
yeah, I can agree with that. Like, I find it funny that CG's doing so many variants now when they do their books, because I remember when they used to bitch about that, about mainstream doing so many different variant covers.
I think it comes out to the phrase, which is a good one, of leave no money on the table.
Yeah, I guess.
Except CG leaves money on the table all the time because a good majority will only sell on Indiegogo.
Yeah. And I'm not really married to Indiegogo. I just did it because that's what I heard like most of CG does is on Indiegogo. Yeah. I don't care if you launch on a Kickstarter or not. I'm not going to gatekeep, what platform you put your book on. I don't care. If you make money, I'm happy that you did that. I still back books on Kickstarter and I back books on Indiegogo.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I do both. And I let anybody come on the show. But if they're, if I happen to mention CG and they start talking shit, I'm like, bloop.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, by the way, you just heard it. So, make up your mind whether you want to buy his book or not.
Oh, man. His internet just cut out, guys. But anyway, we'll continue.
Yeah, what a shame. What happened? I don't know.
Dang.
Somehow he blocked himself from the stream. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh my God.
But I mean, once most everybody fulfills on, especially with cons coming back now. Once somebody, because you've got a shit ton of books behind Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Batman's
he's protecting them.
Yeah. Batman's probably taking a couple back to the cave.
Oh, something for people that actually have me on their shows to help me promote Cobalt. I forgot. I didn't tell you this, but I'm giving out little 6-inch figurines 3D printed of Cobalt to those that have me on their stream. Very nicely detailed, highly detailed. I made them with my 3D printer right here. So you guys get these little ones right here. Stands about 6 inches tall. So let's see. This is comic size metal print right here. This is him next to it. That's how big it is.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah. That's for everybody that's had me on to shill my book.
Wow. Yeah, I don't have
gray
people on, to get stuff, but I'm like, I get a toy.
Yeah. So I've got them in black and I've got them in gray. One's made out of plastic and
whoops, you froze.
I'm still here.
Oh, you're back now. Yeah, you froze.
Okay.
We get to one's made out of plastic and
one's made out of plastic and the other one's made out of a higher grade of plastic, PETG. So they say one's
confused with PETA.
Right.
People who eat and torture animals.
But yeah, man, these little cool guys. And then, of course, for myself, I made myself this big ass 12-incher right here. So, I get the big black one. You guys get the little.
Oh, man. He's like, well, I've been talking to this guy for an hour. I already know where he's going to go with this. So I'm going to feed him to the punch.
That's how it do.
I used to manage an adult bookstore.
Yeah.
In my early years, because I was like, ooh, free porn. And one day this woman comes in and she's looking at the various toys behind the counter, and she's like, how much for the white one? Like $19. How much for the plaid one? Like $19. How much for the mulatto one? $29. Ooh. How much for the big black one behind you? Ma'am, that's my thermos.
That's awesome. Oh shit.
And yes, I actually did used to manage an adult bookstore.
That's fine.
I
I actually tried working in one for 2 weeks.
I used to take my big stack of comics,
Yeah.
bring them in, and leave them behind the counter, and I would just sit there and I was basically getting paid to read my comics, so I couldn't complain too much about it. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I worked for 2 weeks in one in Chattanooga. It was called Allure, and it was right off the interstate exit. And so I only lasted 2 weeks in there because I didn't want to give one of those ladies a rash from mixing up their lubricants for the different glasses and plastics that they were going to use. So I was like, I'm out. I'm going to cause somebody to hurt something.
I remember this. I had two very funny, almost murdery things that happened to me. One couple came in. Apparently, he had been badgering her so long to take it up the oopta that they came in to ask for a special kind of lube that for some reason we couldn't keep in the store. And I go, I'm sorry, we're all out. I go, it's on back order right now. She's like, well, could you tell us what the best lube is? And I looked at him in the eye, and I start getting a shit-eating grin on my face, and he's just putting his head down like this, and she's staring intently at me, and I just go, she's like, ugh.
Yeah, I'll do it.
She grabbed his hand and ran out the door.
I believe it.
I used to get a lot of like the girls from the bank used to come over. Like they get out and they come over, and 9 out of 10 times they wouldn't buy anything. They just like look at the toys on the wall and giggle.
Yeah,
a lot. And every once in a while they'd be like, not thinking that I was paying attention or listening to them. I go, you know how rare it is for a woman to go into a adult bookstore compared to men.
Yeah.
So like, oh my God, what's that? And I saw where they were. I just hung the damn things up because the order had just come in.
Yeah.
I go, oh, that's a vibrating cock ring for him. Because you know how bad we are at finding that little thing. And the rest is all for you.
Yeah, no shit.
Face turns like 6 sheets of red, and they walk over to the back wall, giggling the whole way. And there's this guy in like this expensive 3-piece suit, like wandering around the store, staying as far away from the women as he can, and starts looking at a certain rack that is a little from column A and a little from column B.
Okay.
Now, let me preface this by saying that this store is in a little plaza where the front doors of the store level go out onto one of the busiest main streets in that city. And there's like a 3-foot sidewalk before you're going to get hit by a car. But you have to come in through the basement and walk up this big long staircase.
Right.
And where you have to come in is right next to a strip club. So you park in the same plaza as a strip club and then walk up the stairs. And
you think those two entities would neighbor each other like everywhere, but they don't.
Yeah. No. Well, it was because the guy that owned that strip club also owned all the adult stores I worked at. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
And he ended up selling them off like probably like about a year or so after I quit from both the club and the stores. But he's looking at this rack, and I know which rack he's looking at, and I see the women in the back of the store. So I yell over, "Excuse me, sir. You know those aren't chicks with dicks. Those are just guys with tits." And mortified, he runs out the front door, and I hear brakes screeching.
Oh my God.
Now, he also, as soon as he ran out the front door, he set off the alarm. So I had to, I ran and I looked. He scared the crap out of a bunch of drivers. Didn't get hit, but fell and rolled down the sidewalk a few feet. I slammed the door shut. Then I had to key out the alarm, and then I had to call the alarm company. Somebody went out the wrong door because they got scared, and then I had to call, because my cell phone's ringing with my boss calling me. Who's robbing the store? Nobody's robbing the store. Guy just got embarrassed because he was looking. He was, the he-she rack. I'm like, yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Sure.
Whatever. The only thing I give a fuck about is if you have money to pay for shit.
Yeah.
When you don't have money to pay for shit, that's when I care. So I'm just like. So those are my two funny porn stories.
Thank you for sharing.
I always wanted to be the guy that would walk around with like the spray bottle that you spray the cat with to get off the furniture, to just go, the guy that would do the spray bottle stuff to make the girl on girl stuff, so they can look like they were actually sweating when they weren't. Just give it a couple spurts and walk away. Gotcha. They said no, you're too eager.
Too eager.
Too eager. What a shame. I just like this image.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely one of the cooler pieces, man. I love it.
So you got
especially with Esmeralda.
Yeah. I'm sorry. The original 7-page origin story.
Mm-hmm. Already included
in the back.
Yep.
Trading card by Erwin Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the Tail End Comics patch.
Yeah.
Yo.
Represent.
Yeah, you gotta. That's cool though.
Yeah.
So everything in here is digital, right?
Yes, he is a digital artist. He didn't do any classic paper art. He didn't do any tracing or anything like that. He didn't scan them. That was all done digitally.
Great stuff.
Only thing I can't wait to get it to you.
Could improve on the second issue, because there's so many people that just want original art.
Yeah.
As if they would consider doing, any, like 1 or 2 pages, like traditionally, just like the pencils that used and scan it in to finish it off.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Digital.
I could ask him if he would be interested in doing that. I'm sure he would. But yeah, definitely to be considered for issue 2.
Because even if it's just a couple of pieces, it'd be like, Cobalt's back, and we have 2 and only 2 original pages up for grabs.
That'd be great.
They probably wouldn't make it off Shay's show.
Oh, right. Yeah, people get crazy at her auctions, man.
her, Bancroft,
Mm-hmm.
whoever, they're like, original art? Wait. And people are scanning down. It's like, boom. And if there's like 2 pages, there's a good chance that Shay and Cy might team up and be like, can we get them both? And
Hell yeah.
they might, it might end up, sparking a war between Red Valkyrie and Global Frequency, both trying to get art off you.
Yo, man, Aaron, he is nuts when it comes to original art. Like he goes for it every time.
Oh, I know. I'm like, I go, man, I kind of, I've got a couple of scripts. I got 4 scripts that I've been working on. And I'm like, I go, I don't even want anything for him. I'm like, if I send somebody a script and be like, well, this is cool, but I would change this and this. I go, okay, go ahead and change it and make the book if you want. I'm all set. I don't want nothing.
That's crazy.
Just put it forward. But depending on who you get for an artist, I might want an original page.
Sounds good to me. Oh, yeah. And while we're looking at this image right here, in the video, it shows the last names of Adams, Arosa, and Lee. Mm-hmm. But right here, we've changed it up to where it says Adams, Arosa, and Weathers. So my original letterer for the 7-page origin story was going to be Sean Lee.
Yeah.
He was going to do this, but he fell through because he was committed to a different project. So I actually got Eric Weathers to letter this book for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did Sean do the original 7-page one?
Yes.
Okay, so he's got credit in the back of the book for the 7 pages.
Right.
But
Eric Weathers gets it for the
main book,
32 epic. Yeah.
So what's this 42-page count
now? We cover to cover it is 44 pages. So yeah, 42 pages.
Cool. So 42 pages and an ad for MAVRICS. What could be better?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The back of the book, the back cover is MAVRICS. So even if you don't open up the book, you're still going to know that MAVRICS is available out there. And they have, just like you, a little QR code down here in the bottom corner.
Yep. That one takes you right to their website, which will link you, of course, to the Indiegogo and their YouTube page and a whole bunch of other stuff. And at some point, it will also bring, if you bought the when you buy the big package box there, when you buy the collector's box off of MAVRICS, you'll get the dog tags, and on the reverse side of the dog tags is the QR code, which will make you an honorary MAVRICS pilot.
Yeah,
you get to make your own name and stuff. And I mean, I already built my own MAVRICS, so I'm already like halfway there.
Yeah,
and now I do an art stream with Sean Howe.
Okay.
Who's an artist, and you can follow him simply by clicking on his ID on the on my pinned post for the schedule for the week that you shared earlier.
Okay.
And I do that with him, and I'm trying to sell a few things to get enough money so I can I can PayPal him so he can get the box too, because I designed the weapon systems, but he did all the art. He was just scribbling around like nothing serious, and then he got serious during the show, and has done some stuff that ghosts that he hasn't shown them, because he was on the stream with me when we talked to Neff and Frequency Girl.
Okay.
And, got to talking and everything. So I wanna get rid of some stuff over here and hopefully be able to get him some money so he can get the box too, because he's definitely into it. So
heck yeah. Yeah, I'm all in it just for the dog tags, man. I would love for that to happen.
Oh yeah. I've got the I've still got somewhere my original the Christopher Reeve Memorial dog tag.
Yeah.
I've still got that somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
That is insane.
It used to be hanging off the rearview mirror of every vehicle I drove until I drove a wheelchair with no rearview mirror. So I mean, take it.
Now it just needs to hang around your neck where it belongs.
Yeah, I don't like wearing anything like that though.
Ah, fine, fair.
So I'll find a spot to hang all that stuff from.
Sure.
At some point when I'm redoing the mess that you saw earlier in the stream. So. But dude, I want to thank you for coming out and hanging out and talking all things Cobalt and some really weird shit too.
Oh hell yeah! Enjoyed every minute of it, man.
And Brian from Aerith will start listening to this thing tomorrow and be like, "What the fuck?
What the hell did we get into?"
This dude's fucked up. How come I haven't been on this show? Bro, come on anytime, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's always out there. Plus, this Friday is my special Indiegogo on-demand show where everybody's invited out to that has anything, lingering on demand to, come in and pitch for it and hopefully bring some more eyes onto a project that they might have thought they were, somebody might have been like, oh, I thought that was all done. No, you can still get it. Okay, where's my credit card?
Yeah.
So why don't you let everybody know where they can follow you and the best place to contact you, and the link, of course, for the Indiegogo is in the chat twice and in the show notes, of course.
Sure. So right here, you can see these are my tags, Bionic Bruh and Tail End Studio. You can find me on either one of those at Twitter or Instagram.
Cool. Hey, it's RJ.
What's going on, RJ?
Yeah, do that.
Do it.
Do it. Oh, now the chat's gonna talk amongst themselves.
Yeah, you can do it.
Don't mind us. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely on my list to I want to get at least a physical copy.
I appreciate it, man.
If not, definitely probably be into you can probably easily swing the Blood Brothers tier. That way I get one signed and one I can read, and then I can pass that one on to a friend.
Hell yeah, man.
Tell a friend.
That's right.
Like,
get everybody ready for issue 2.
Yeah. Be like, hey, remember that book I gave you? Yeah. Issue 2 is up on Indiegogo. They're on the show tomorrow night. Oh yeah? Cool. Link me. Okay.
That is the plan.
I always got a plan.
Psh, pops.
Oh, where are we? Had our newest podcaster interview tonight. Oh, cool. That's good. Listen to you for an hour. I haven't talked to RJ in a couple of days. Marmalade rocks. Oh, yeah, I love marmalade on my toast.
Yeah, Lady Marmalade. Oh, on toast, right.
Well, I don't think a lady would want to be on toast.
That'd be the best kind of toast. I eat everything on that.
Yeah. I have a funny feeling that Marmalade was actually a guest on Critical Blast tonight.
Probably.
Yeah. I'll have to go back and watch it and be like, oh, yeah, I don't think she would be good on toast. But, man, it was awesome. It was awesome finally getting to meet you and talk to you. This book looks straight fire, dude.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
It's so good. I'm gonna download this and upload it right to my podcast over at agerradio.org, but then it'll be available to download anywhere you can get a podcast. I'll send you. I always send out the Spotify links as soon as it pings. And I know it now. Marmalade is RJ's puppet.
Oh, okay. I get you.
It's his Muppet. So because he interviewed Daphne Leitch tonight. Daphne does not furries in the sense, but
Sure.
anamorphic animals.
Okay. That's fair.
Kind of like a PG-13 and above thing. And
so like Jeff Dunham.
Yeah. So yeah.
Puppet. How
dare you, sir? Well, I will just address Marmalade to Marmalade's face once I can see you clap while Marmalade is talking at the same time. How dare you fist your second host? But yeah, Daphne does great work. I've got a couple things from her. I actually got a print from her in the Indie Revolt, and she's got a lot of work in there too.
Okay.
So there's so much stuff in there. It's great. But yeah, I definitely got to get a copy of this. This just seems like I am. Let's see. FYI, he has a prostrate of a 20-year-old. RJ, my next question is, why do you know what a 20-year-old's prostate is like?
What was it earlier? Oh, shit.
Just like, I went in to get my prostate checked by my doctor. He took my pants off. I asked him, where does he want these? And he said, just put them next to mine. Oh, nap. Snap. We all have fun together.
Yeah.
Because we're all comic nerds and sick and twisted. So
just a little bit. I think you have to be a little sick to be in the creative realm, especially when it comes to comic books. You got to have a little bit of a dark humor.
Oh, yeah. So this is still up on demand. Don't forget the on-demand show this Friday. If you have anything on demand, please hit me up on Twitter. You can just reply in a comment to the pinned post, which is the schedule for streaming for this week. Mm-hmm. And definitely, if you haven't backed this book yet, get out and back it and share it on all. It's the Nightwing Post. Share it on all your social medias. And I mean, even if you hate Bionic Bra for the fact that he has 2 Disco Nightwings signed by both, George Perez and Marv Wolfman.
Why would you hate somebody that has Marv Wolfman and George Perez on Disco Nightwing? It's a must.
Because I do not.
Hell yeah, man.
Doctor, why are both your hands on my shoulders? We are the old fuck Umbrella Network. Good Lord. So that's going to wrap up this episode.
Cool.
Thank you very much. I know I got to go to the doctor's tomorrow, but it is not for that.
Okay. I believe you.
I have declined that for like the last 5 years. But we really should check. I go, when you figure out a test that isn't you finger banging my rectum, we can talk. But
I swear to God, if I ever feel those fingers, just curve, we're gonna fight.
Yeah,
it's just not straight in and out. We're fighting.
I'm like, even that. I'm like, I show up to the doctors in like sweatshirts. I'm like, don't put a finger up there. I'm gonna have to roll out of here funny. Look, he's got a 10. Leave me alone.
Show me where on Disco Nightwing the doctor touched your nutty spot.
Right there. Well, you know, I'm over 50. My nuts are hanging down to the back of my kneecaps now. Christ. But
that's great.
this is going to wrap us up for tonight. This will be available for download. Please download it, share it, tell a friend, and definitely get your hands on Cobalt.